Welcome back to Snippet Coder, and we are back with another video. In this video, we will learn how to add, edit and delete category from the WooCommerce using Flutter application. This is our application. If we click on the add category here, we are getting the form to add the category in the database. Suppose if we put here test category 1 under description, we are putting here description 1. Now if I click on the save button, category has been added to the list. So now from here also we can edit the category. If I click here edit, and here I change it to 5. And the name also I change it to 5. Now if I click on the save button, category has been changed. So also we can delete from here. If I click on the delete icon, so now the category has been deleted from the database. So before starting the video, if you are new to our channel, subscribe the channel by clicking on the subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified about our latest videos. Thank you. So let's create the UI for our add edit screen, and before doing that we have to make sure that we have taken the latest for the Snippet Coder utilities. So now let's create a new page under the pages folder, and here we create a new page that is category underscore add underscore edit dot file, and we will make it as a stateful widget category add edit page. So now we will create one new folder that is enums folder. And here we will add page type page underscore type dot file. This enum will be used to tell us that we are opening this page as a edit page or as a add page. And here we will have enum page type, and we have two values. First one is add, second one is edit. So now let's move to the add edit page, and from here we will create two parameters. First one is a final page type, and we have to import this enum here. Then we will have final category model. So category model will be used in the case of that edit page, and we are sending the model from our list page to our edit screen. And here we will create the constructor this dot page type, this dot model. So here we will create, and here we will override void initialize state super dot initialize state, and we will inherit this page with our base page. And here we will change base page, and same we will do here also base page. Now here we will put the page title, this dot page title, and here we will check if this dot visit dot page type is equal to page type dot add. That means we are coming from our add button and we are opening the add page here, and we will change the label to add category. In the else condition we will put here edit category. So now let's call this page from our list page. For doing that we have to go to our list page, and we will move this category add edit page into the category folders, and we will go to our category list here, and from here in the search bar, and here we have that on add button tab, and we will write here get dot, and we have to import the get package here get dot to. That means we have to navigate to this page category add edit page, and here we are passing page type, and the page type we are passing here page type dot add. That means we are calling this from the add button, and same we will do for the edit also. And we will go here in the edit, and we will copy paste here, and here we will change page type to edit, and here we will pass the model also, and the model value we will pick from on edit value. Now let's save it. So now let's run the application to see is it working or not. So here we are getting the category page. So now if I click on the add category here, we are getting the page, but page is not coming in a proper way. So we have missed to add the page UI, and here we have to override. Instead of putting here build, we have to put here page UI, and we have to remove this parameter. So now we are getting here add edit category page here, and here we are getting the app bar also. So if I click on the back button, so now if I click on the edit button here, we are getting here edit category here. So now let's move further to implement the page here for the add edit. So now we will add the UI in the page that is added page, and here we will add our form key, global key, that is for used for the form key, global key, and here we are using form state, and this is basically used for maintaining the state of our form state. Now here we will add new form, and inside that we have the key, and we are using a global key. And then we have the child here, and we are using a single child scroll view. And then we have the child inside that, and we are using here padding, and we are using a padding of all 10. Then here for the child we are using a column visit, and we are using here main axis alignment dot start cross axis alignment dot start. Then we have the children's here. Inside that we are using our form, and here we will have form helper, and we are going to use input field visit with label, and we are going to show the label also. And first one is the context. Then we have the icon here, and we are not going to use any icon. We just put any sample icon here, icons.web. And then we have the key name, and here we are using name, that is a category name, and label we are going to use category name. The hint text we are putting here empty. And then we have our on validate and on save, and here we will have, and here we will check if on validate value is empty, that means value has not been entered. Then we will return here category name can't be empty, else by default we are returning here null. Then we have an on save value. So now let's see the UI side by side. So now if I click on add category here, we are getting the form here, but we have to do some designing here so that we can have a proper look of the form. Here we will put the border color, and we are using a theme of context.primary color. Same we are using for our border focus color also. So now you can see here. So now we don't need any prefix icon, and we will put here show prefix icon false, and it will remove the icon. So now we will reduce our border radius also, and we will make it to 10. So now we have to do some padding also, and from the left we are going to do it 0, and from right also we are putting here 0. So now it's looking better. So now we will copy this and we will paste here, and we will change it to category description. In the key name also we are going to change to description, and we are not making it as a mandatory field, so we will remove the validation for the description field. And here we will add one more thing, that is it is going to be multi-line. So we are going to put here is multi-line true. So whenever we put here some values, it will get increased. So lines are getting increased, but that box is not getting increased. So for doing that we have to put here container height, and we are going to put here 200, and we will save it. So now you can see box height is getting increased. So if I put here enter, it will get increased. So now we will put here button also for saving that, and before that we will put here size box, and we are putting a height of 20. So now here we will put new center, because we are going to place our button into a center. And here we have the child here, and we are putting here form helper dot submit button. The text we are putting here save. Then we have the on tap event that we will cover later on. So now you can see here button is also coming here. We can also change the color of the button also if we require. So now we will create one model here so that we map these values with our model file. And here we will have category model, and here we will check if this dot visit dot page type is equal to page type dot edit. Then we will pick this value, this dot category model is equal to this dot visit dot model. So what we are doing here, we are just assigning the value of category model with our edit value model. That means when we are coming from our edit button, then we are passing from there the model, and we are assigning that model with our this category model. In the else condition, that means we are coming for our add page, and for that we have to create a new instance of our category model. This dot category model is equal to new of category model. So now here we will assign the values also in our first text box, that is for the category name, and here we will have initialize value, and we are initializing it with this dot category model dot name. And here also on the on save we will assign the value this dot category model is equal to category model dot name is equal to on save value. And same we will do for this one also, and this one also for the category description initialize value, and we are putting here this dot category model dot description, and the on saved we will put here this dot category model dot description is equal to on saved value. So from here we will reload the application. So here if I click on any of the edit button, so now you can see here we are getting the data from our edit model. We are getting a pre-filled data, that is category name, and then we are getting here category description. So if I click on the add category, we are getting here blank, that is that model is coming as a new instance of the category model. So now let's move further, and we will create two functions in our API service. One is for our create category, second is for our update category, and later on we will cover our delete category also. So now we will add two functions in our API service class. The first function is for create category, and we are returning here future type of category model. The name of function is create category, and we are passing a model for category model, and we are making as async here, and here we will get the login details. Login details is equal to await shared service dot login details, and now we will get the token here. Auth token is equal to base64 dot encode, and here we will pass UTF-8 dot encode, and here we will pass login key, login detail dot key plus, and here we will put semicolon, login detail dot secret, and here we will get the request headers, map string request headers, and first one content type application JSON. Then we have authorization, and here we will pass basic, and here we will pass auth token. Then here we will get the URL, where URL is equal to new of URI.https. Then here we will pass login detail dot host, and here we will pass the endpoints. The endpoints are /wp-json /wc-v3/products/categories. Then here we will create where response is equal to await client.post request, and we are doing a post request, and here we will pass the URL. Then we will pass request headers. Then we have the body here, and we are passing here JSON encode model.toJSON. Then here we will check if response.status code is equal to 200. That means the entity has been created in the database. Then from here we will return, and from returning the category model object, we have to go to our class, category model class, and here we will have category model, category from JSON. Then here we will pass string JSON, and here we will do category model dot from JSON, and here we will pass JSON dot decode str, and this one we will change to str, and this one we have to import dot convert. So what we are doing here, we are created one small method, that is category from JSON, and here we are passing the JSON, and then we are doing the mapping and all, and we are doing the decoding of that JSON. So now we will use this one over there, return category from JSON, and here we will pass response.body, and the else condition we will return here null. So what we are doing here, we have created one function that is create category, and we are passing a category model. Then we are getting that login detail here, and then we are creating the auth token with the help of that base64.encode, and then we are doing the UTF-8.encode, and we are passing here key and secret key. Then we are creating a request headers. Then we are creating here inside that request header we are having content type. Then we have that authorizations. Then we have the URL, and we are using here HTTPS, and here we are passing the host. Then we are passing the endpoint here. We have v3 products. Then we have the categories here. Then we are creating the response here, and we are checking here if await client.post, and we are passing a URL. Then we are passing a header, request header. Then in the body we are passing a JSON decode. Then we are passing a JSON encode, and we are passing here model.toJSON. Then we are checking here if the status code is 201. That means the object has been created in the server. Then we are returning here category from JSON. So now we will create one more function here, that is for update. We have future category model, update category. We can copy paste this full function here, and we will paste here. And here in the parameter we are passing here category model, and we will make it as async here. And here after category we will put slash here, and we will pass here model.id.toString. And instead of doing here post request, we will do here put request, and here instead of 201 status we have to change the status to 200. So rest of the things are same. So in this update category we have did some small changes, and we copy paste the same code from our create category. So what changes we have done, we have in the URL we have just put the ID of that model, that category ID. Then here in the client request we are doing the put request here, and the status we are checking here 200. That means the data has been successfully updated. So rest of the things are same. So now we will create one more function here that is used for our delete, and we will copy the same function and we will do the renaming and all. And here we will change it to delete category, and return type we are putting here boolean. In the request header we have to remove this content type, and here we have to pass one query string, and the query string is force true, and this one is used to forcefully delete the category. And here we will put client.delete, and body part we have to remove. We don't need any body in the delete. In the status code we will check if it is 200, that means deleted successfully, and we will pass it true. And the else condition we will change it to false. So what we are doing here, we have created the delete category and we are passing here model. Then we have the login details here and we are creating the same auth token. Then we have the request header and there we are just passing the authorization. Then we have the URL here, and the endpoint we are just passing the same URL which we are using for the update category. And here we are just in the questing we are passing force true. Then in the response we are calling client.delete and we are passing a URL. Then we have the header here and we are passing a request header. Then we are checking here if the status code is 200, that means deleted successfully. Then we are returning it true. In the else condition we are returning here false. So now we will move to our provider class, and from there we will call all these API functions. So now we will modify our provider file, and here we have the category provider. So now here we will create new function here, and we will name it as a create category, and here we will pass category model. And then we have the function on callback. And then here we will have category model underscore category model is equal to await, and we will make it as async here, API service dot create category, and here we will pass the model. And here we will check if category model is not of null, that means category has been successfully added. And then we will add this category in our categories list dot add, and here we will pass underscore category model, and here we will pass on callback, and we will make it as a true here. In the else condition we will have on callback false, and here we will have notify listener. So what we are doing here, we have created one function that is create category, and here we are passing a two parameters. First one is a model and the second one is a on callback. Then we are making it as a async here, and here we are defining one variable that is category model and the type is category model, and we are having await, and then we are calling our API service create category, and we are passing a model, and then we are checking here if the category model is not of null, then that means the category has been successfully added. Then in the category list we are adding that category model, then we are putting here callback, that is true. In the else condition we are making as a false. Then we are calling it notify listener. So now we will do the same for our update category also. We will copy the same function and we will paste here, and we will rename it to update category. Then we have the model, then we have the on callback, and here we will, instead of calling create category, we will call here update category, and we will check the same if that is not of null. Then in the category list dot remove, we will remove this model, and then we will add the new model which we are getting from the server, and the rest of the things are same. So now we will do the same for the delete category also, and here we will have delete category, and here we have the category model. Then we have the function on callback, and we are making as async here. Then we will create one variable boolean type of is deleted is equal to await API service dot delete category, and we will passing here model. Then we are checking here if deleted successfully. Then we are removing from the list category list dot remove, and we will remove this model. Here we are calling on callback, and we are passing here is deleted. Then here we will have notify listener. So what we are doing here, we have created one function that is delete category. Then we are passing here two parameter. One is for the model, then second one is for the on callback. Then we are checking here if boolean type of is deleted, and here we are calling API service dot delete category, and we are passing a model. Then we are checking here if is deleted, then we are removing that model from our category list, and then we are calling a on callback, and then we are calling a notify listener. So now let's move to the UI part, and let's call these function from our UI. So now we will create one provider file that is used for our loader and all, and inside the provider we will put here loader underscore provider dot file, and here we will create class loader provider with change notifier, and here we have the bool type of variable underscore is API call process, and by default we will make it as a false. Then we have the bool get is API call process, and we will get the value from is API call process. Then we will have set loading. Then we have the set loading status, and we will pass here bool status, and here we will set the status API call process status is equal to status. Then we will call here notify listener. So now we will modify our base file also, and here we will modify our build widget, and here we will have return consumer loader provider. And then we have the builder here, and here we have context loader model. Then we have the child here. Then from here we will return scaffold widget, and here in the body we will pass progress HUD. Then we have the child here, and we are passing a page UI, and here in the async call we are passing here loader model dot API call process. Then we have the opacity, and we are using a 0.3. So now we will modify our main.dart file also, and we will go to main.dart file, and here we will copy this and we will paste here, and here we will replace it with loader provider, and that's it. So now we will indicate our add edit category in our UI with the provider. So now we will go to the add edit page, and here we will have, and here we will create one small function here for validating the form. We will have boolean validate and save, and here we will have final form is equal to global key dot current state. Then here we will check if form dot validate. Then we will have form dot save, and we will return here true. In the else condition we will return as a false, and this one we will use here validate and save. Then here we will call the loading status true, provider of loader provider context. Then you have the listen false dot set loading state, and we will have here true, and here we will check if this dot widget dot page type is equal to page type dot add. That means we are doing the category adding. Then we will call the API accordingly, that is create category, and here we will have provider of category provider context listen false dot create category, and here we will pass the model, that is category model. Then we are getting a value callback value, and once that we are getting the value, we are changing the loading state to false. That means loader has been completed and the API call has been successfully done. Then here we will check if val, that means true, we are getting the category added successfully. Then we are passing here get dot snack bar, and we are using here get dot dart, and the title is admin app, message is category created. Then we have the position here, and we are using a snack position dot bottom. Then you have the duration here, and we are using a duration second, we are using a 3. And here after the else condition we are calling the update category, and we will copy this full function here and we will paste here, and here we will change it to update category, and rest of the things are same, and the message we will change it to category modified, and we will save it. So now let's run the application to see is it working or not. So now if I click on the add category, and here if I click on a save button, we are getting the validation here, category names can be empty. Now if I put here category 1, and here in the description I will put here description 1. So now if I click on the save, so here we are getting category created. So now if I click on the back button, so here you can see the category has been added to the list. So now if I try to edit this category, and I will rename it to 5, and here also category 5. So now if I click on the save here, so now we are getting a category modify, and if I click on the back button, you can see here that value has been changed. So now let's do the last part of the video, that is delete category. So here we have to go to the category list, and we have to modify the code here, and here in the on delete value, and we have to put the code here, and here we have provider of loader provider context listen false. Then here we will do set loading state true, that means loading has been started. Then here we will have provider of category provider context listen false dot delete category, And here we have to provide a model, that is on delete value, that is a model. Then we have the callback function, and here we will check if value, that means deleted successfully. Then we will do here get dot snack bar, title is admin app, and the message is category deleted. Then we have the snack position, and we are using a snack position dot bottom. Under duration, we are using a duration seconds 5. So now reload the application to see the functionality is working or not. So now if I click on the delete button, a loader is loading. So category has been deleted and we are getting the snack bar also, but the load is not stopped. So we forgot to add this set loading state to false. So that we have to do here, and we will make it as a false here. So let's reload the application. So now we will delete any of the category here. So the loader has been removed and we are getting the message also category deleted, and the category has been deleted successfully from the list. So that's all in this video. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share. I will come back soon with another awesome video regarding this WooCommerce admin series. Thank you all.